Hi everybody, this is With Love with Carrie, and this is Minnie. So if you ever hear barking in the background, this is who's doing it. This is my little baby girl. Anyway, this is a continuation of the Paw Patrol print and cut, and I started already. Now I work with a silhouette, and I use Cricut mats because Cricut mats are less expensive. I just cut them down a little bit to match what the silhouette mat looks like. If anybody's interested in knowing how much to cut off the top and the side, and it would be the left side and the top that you just need to cut, I could show you in another video. However, so I just wanted to show you how to put the paper down when you're ready to do your print and cut. This one's not a print and cut, it's just a print that I did, and what I'm going to show you is how to line it up. Even on your silhouette mat, it would be the same exact way as you would do it on the Cricut mat. So if you give me just 1 second, let me zoom in so I could show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Whoops, too far. There we go. Alright. Let's get this focused. On your, on the silhouette mat, you'll see that you have the 1, and it's all the inches, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to stick your corner, left-hand corner, up at the top of your measurement, and then just push it down on your mat. And sometimes 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11 paper is not 11 inches. Sometimes it's cut longer than the 11 inches, so you just have to be able, you know, be careful. Sometimes the silhouette machine won't take it the first time you send it through. So don't get worried. It's not your machine. It's how you placed it, or maybe your registration marks aren't dark enough, or there's not enough light over your silhouette machine for it to actually register with the registration marks. Okay, so just a tidbit of information, because a lot of people I know on some of the Facebook pages have asked these questions in regards to it. So sometimes if mine aren't taking with the registration mark, and I know I placed it in the right place and I've tried it 15 times, I take my phone and I put the flashlight on it and I bring it over the silhouette machine where it would be registering, and it picks it up 1, 2, 3, and then I get to print. So if you have certain lighting in your studios or wherever you're working, in your kitchen, in your living room, try to put a light over your silhouette machine and it will register better. Now, I already put this one on, and as you can see, I have a mat strictly just for print and cut because I wrote it on here. So what I'm going to do, and it's not sticky anymore, so I have a little piece of tape at the top and a little piece of tape at the bottom just to hold it on, because I haven't bought any new mats lately. And I usually clean my own mats. I have like hundreds of them. So let me zoom back out for a minute. How do I do this? Zoom out. Okay. And on my silhouette machine, what I have, and you can't see it with how far away the video is, I put lines, you know how where it has a little line or an indentation for you to put your silhouette mat? Well, I do it for my Cricut mat sometimes. If I didn't cut it, I know where I could put it so that, you know, it works right. If you don't cut the top of your Cricut mat, it will start printing higher than your first line. And the reason for that is because the top of the mat here on the Cricut is a lot longer than it is on the silhouette. So that's another story, that's another video. So let's get this in so we can get this to cut for you. There it is. And let's get that to print and cut. And let's see how this works. Nope, I have to put it to send. And like I said before in my first video, I put the speed up to 10. It's just my preference. If I'm just doing outline, The thickness I put as 33, and I do a double cut. And here we go. Let's get that. Also, another little information that I heard on the internet plenty of times is that if you take your silhouette machine and you put it on a towel, it will make it less noisy, and it is so true. So true. So that's doing that. And this is how I work all the time. Minnie sits on my desk, and this is how I do my work. Also, if you're going to be making these prints and cuts as a centerpiece, what I always try to do is I double-side it. So in Silhouette, what I would do is I would duplicate your image. After you duplicate it, then do a right-click, and you'll see that you could click it to be horizontal. You want them to face each other so that this way you have a back and a front. Like for instance, I'll show you. I did this teddy bear, and it's a centerpiece, but I have the front and I also have the back, because when I did do it, I duplicated all my pieces and I did horizontal. So this way, when you do it back to front, they all match up facing out so that people can see them. So that's my little teddy bear. I sparkled the wings, and I glossied his nose. Okay. So he cut perfectly fine. And now I just pull off the paper. And I had done an offset, because if your cut isn't exact, then you know that just the white will buffer that line mark. Okay, so now we have your print and cut. And what you do is, now since you want to make a duplicate, if you did it horizontally as a duplicate, you could make one to go straight onto the back, and it would match up perfectly. And how I put them together is I use shish kebab sticks, and I would hot glue it like right in the center, depending how long you want to have your the bottom piece. If you want it shorter, so you want your piece to actually be touching your base, then I take a little cutter. I don't even know what you want to call these. It's a plier with a cut, and I'll cut it to make it the right length. And then in between, I put popsicle sticks in certain directions, but just keep them moving in different directions so that it won't bend. And then hot glue your other piece on top of it, and there you go. You have your centerpiece. Okay, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll see how I do that completely from start to end. So, Sean, I hope this helped you out, and good luck with everything. And if you have any questions, please just leave me a note, and I'll help you out. Thank you. Now, how do I shut this thing off?